Alright, well though again, this will be video number 2 for the morning, and we just ran a piece of oak across this HWP-120. It is a used unit that we're selling for $9,500. And you know me, if you've watched the channel long enough, I hate having a half-full tote, so I want to do a short video at the first go-around, and we'll pick up some more wood here and fill up this tote, so stay tuned. We'll get cracking. So what I want to show you is, because we use these, I can make the recommendations for it. So when you're watching the video, you would see like the top pieces kind of get hung up or stay on top of the table. The 120, the distance from where the wood sits on the table to the I-beam is 6 inches. So when you get into the 140, that distance doubles and it's a 12-inch piece pusher plate. So it's up here, so you can keep all 6 ears, you know, in front of the pusher plate. So what I'm going to do now is grab another IBC tote. I've got a smaller piece of, I'm not sure what that is, maybe beech, maybe, looking at the bark, could be wrong. I'm going to drop this down 1 hole so we can get those top ears, you know, better in line with the top of the table, and show you the difference there. But that is one of the big things between the 140 and the 120. It's just the overall size of the processor. Weight-wise, it's a lot heavier. You get a bigger splitter cylinder, a better saw motor, that custom length cut guide for getting even, consistent, you know, length on the pieces while you process, versus me eyeballing it. So when I say eyeballing it, I am looking for the table to back up to about halfway through this first hole for my 16 inches. And then that last piece that I was telling you about, from standing up here, you see like behind the grab arm, this piece of steel, if I bring the wood back so it's even with that edge, that's about 16 inches to the saw. So that's why I'm trying to get just the better pieces. So again, looking at about halfway through that first hole right here, and then the corner right there for the last piece. So kind of like this so far. I took a piece of cardboard, I couldn't find a decent mud flap, and made a better sawdust shield so we can keep everything off of the tracks and the undercarriage. So we'll see how that works. But I'm gonna drop that wedge down 1 hole and grab another tote and that first piece of wood right there. All right, well, I've got to go meet Owen and pick up a bag rack for Sleepy Cow Farms. They're driving down here from Connecticut, so they're grabbing a set of the rotator pallet forks, the bag rack 3.0, and 50 of the log lift bags. So I got to call it quits. As much as it kills me to have a half full tote, we'll come back to that later, but for now we're going to close this one out. So like I said, we dropped that 6-way down a little bit, got those top 2 ears more in line with the pusher plate there on the 120, and that worked a lot better. It wasn't the piece that I wanted, but it was the piece that we got, so we made it work. There was one hang up coming across. There was like somebody ripped the limb off, and it was catching on the back of the grabber arm, so that's why I had to curl it forward, let the shredded piece come past, and then clamp it down and then go again. It's all a learning curve. Obviously we use everything that we sell, so I have all the tips and tricks pretty much in my back pocket, because whatever you're trying to figure out, we already have. So give us a phone call. It's 833-SPLITTER. It's 833-775-4887. You can also email me at sales@shaverequipment.com. Lots of good information over on the website, especially the easy online purchasing for our firewood bags, whether it's the log lift, the power lift, the 6-cord, or the barrel bags. They're all over on the website. We'll put a link here at the end of the video for you can click on that and go right over for purchase there. I think that's going to be it for right now. Like I said, we got to go run some errands and things. So thanks for watching. Do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button here on the channel, and we'll see you next time. Remember, we're always working hard to be lazy. See you then.